Get ready for 8 straight weeks of excitement. RVT Entertainment has teamed up with Team Dynamite Productions to bring you all of the events from this year's MetroCon. Each week, the Shades will premiere a new video of each event, followed by a live chat with the cast and crew from said event. Here's the lineup. Week 1 will light the flames with the Metro Fire Show, Skyrim. Week 2 will send the laughs through the cosmos with the Star Party, In Space. Week 3 will keep your funny bone tickled with Metro Night Live. Week 4 will be going crazy with Rhythm City Chronicles. Week 5 will head to the Wastelands with the Borderlands Assault on Metro. Week 6 will save the day with the Superhero Comedy and Stunt Show. Week 7 will feel the love in the Fantasy Masquerade. And finally, Week 8 will turn the chaos to 11 with the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. So tune in to the Shades YouTube channel every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern starting August 8th for all the exciting action. It's MetroCon. May the gear turn on.
Hero time starts now.
Hi.
'Cause I am the one you should fear the most. 'Cause I am the one who will take you down. And as long as I exist, there's hope for the world. Hope for the world. Hope for the world.
And welcome to the Ranger Recap, the only Power Rangers podcast to ask the question, who keeps throwing boots into the Amber Beach River?
Seriously?
What happened to let's not pollute? Don't be a boot.
Give a hoot, don't pollute. Yeah,
Don't
Matty,
be a boot.
Yeah, Matty.
Right.
That begs the question, if we're not giving a hoot and not polluting, then who is throwing all those boots into the river?
Woo! 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 Woo!
And there's
The New Day sketch, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day sketch.
I'm Easy Rider, that's Matty Jay, that's the Shades, and not a lot to talk about tonight, but we still got some stuff.
Yeah,
No, we got an episode, we got emails. I think we'll find something to do.
Yeah, no official news stories tonight, but we do have a couple of topics that Easy over here wanted to bring up.
My internet will stop being a douche. if I drop during the podcast, folks, it'll be because of my... But anyway, before we go any further, I gotta ask, who finally found a Legacy Power Rangers figure?
Wouldn't happen to be this guy next to me over here, would it?
It was me! Yes, after long searching at many a Target, many a Toys R Us, many a Walmart, I finally struck pay dirt. At a Walmart, they did have Legacy Power Rangers. Sadly, no MMPR red, but they did have green. Shock.
You'd figure those would be sold out more than any of the others.
I know. But they did have all 3 Ninja Storms figures, Tori, Shane, and Dustin. So I settled on Shane, red. And I gotta say, holding it in my hands right now, this thing is awesome. Plus, it actually comes with a build a Megazord thingy. It actually comes with part of a Megazord. So if you get all 3 Ninja Storm figures, you can put together the Ninja Storm Megazord. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And they weren't kidding. The articulation on this is good. Morpher could have used a little touch of, but other than that, yeah, this thing looks great. Definitely worth the $20.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price considering that a Figuarts, which is slightly higher quality, is like $45 after shipping and all that.
Much, yep. But if you could find these in your Target or Walmart, definitely go pick one up. You won't regret it. But just finally got one of these after. How many podcasts did we talk about these?
I know, seriously, right?
At least a dozen by last count, at least.
Yeah.
It's a while.
See, I'd probably be checking my local Toys R Us myself. The problem is, we got a hurricane going on right now.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Hurricane Hermine has hit us, though I kind of wish it was like one letter off and been Hurricane Hermione. Then we could have had some fun with that.
I know. I'm looking at it going, Hermione? No, I can't be right.
No, it's Hurricane Hermine, I think is what they called it.
To quote Kent Brockman from The Simpsons, and if you think it's sexist to name a hurricane after a woman, you've obviously never seen the girls fight each other at the supermarket for during sale. I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, we're thankfully right now. I just checked the weather. We're in a pretty safe area as far as where the storm is. The worst of it's not going to hit us till later, like way late tonight, sometime tomorrow. So we should be okay for the show.
No, you'll be sleeping good.
We hope. Actually, you know what? Yeah, the thing of it is that this is right now at its worst. It's going to be a Category 1 hurricane. For us, that's a drizzle. That's not even worth leaving the house for. It's like, oh, okay, Category 1, yeah, we'll be fine. Come back to us with a Category 4, then we'll talk.
Yeah, let's put up the boards, puts up a stick on the door.
We don't even fucking do that. That's Category 3. Then we'll put the boards up.
Okay.
That's it.
And everyone else puts the boards up. Oh my God, you just put a stick on the door going, if the wind gets hard, they'll knock the door off.
Drape a tarp over it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Who says it's always sunny in Florida anyway? I thought it was always sunny in Philadelphia.
Hey,
there you go.
Yeah, actually, though, it has been quite a while since we've had a hurricane in Florida. It's actually kind of refreshing in some weird way.
Actually, I would say, well, that's not true. I mean, Shane Helms was in Florida earlier this year. Slapped myself on the wrist for that one.
I get it.
I get it.
Hi-oh.
Any of our old school wrestling fans probably get it too.
Well, guys, slight note, got the episode. Yeah.
What?
If you're just tuning in, my internet's been giving me
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Slow.
And by the way, you might want to be careful saying, well, it's easy. He's usually very careful, but I think YouTube is trying to tell us not to say the 7 words you can't say on television anymore.
Yeah.
You noticed that, huh?
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard for us not to be aware of the recent bullshit YouTube has pulled now, where apparently they're enforcing certain guidelines that would make a show no longer advertiser friendly. Yeah, you know what, YouTube? All I'm gonna say is, fuck you, bring it on. All right, congratulations, you've now effectively scared away a good chunk of your main audience. If there's anything that's gonna suddenly cause a mass exodus of YouTubers, that's gonna be it. You know?
It's the blip. I've seen this before. It's the blip apocalypse all over again. Run!
Pretty much. I mean, for those who haven't heard, apparently YouTube about 5 months ago put in some new policies that can make a show no longer advertiser friendly, and none of us even realized that they had done this until like a day or two ago, where they added notifications letting you know when a video has been reviewed and considered no longer ad friendly.
It's actually well profiled on actually last couple of days of the Franco show. He brought it up yesterday in a big video, and there was an update today. So,
yep, I've seen both. Yeah,
so
look
if
up
you want
Philly.
a good idea of what's going on, Philly D, he'll fill you in.
Philip DeFranco, look him up. So yeah, kind of a, I wouldn't say a scary thing, but oh boy, that's the backlash that's already resulted into this.
Concerning is a good word, I would say. Yeah.
Wonder why I don't post my YouTube my reviews anyway.
Yeah, right. They're not making it easier for us, are they? Anyway.
And, by the way, we're
It's
not
like-
monetizing
actually,
this stuff.
It's not like
Right.
Blip, Natty. Blip just let people go. YouTube is actually looking for reasons to fire people.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
or at least cut off their paychecks.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of, they're going, they're trying to say, well, we're going to cut off your wallet so you can stop being offensive to people. As like, well, we're not being monetized, so No, I'm not going to repeat George
Yeah.
Carlin's words.
LPH,
why
honestly,
would you think I would do that?
even actually, my personal channel is monetized, but honestly, I make so little off this channel. It's not exactly like killing my monetization would do any real harm at this point. So don't worry, RVT is probably not going anywhere. We've been doing this for years without really making any profit. So rest assured, it's going to take a lot more than that to kill us.
Not like there's much of an RVT left, but I digress.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Shit, piss, fucking Kazaki motherfucker and tits. Thank you.
There it is.
I was waiting for
He
it.
held out as long as he could.
I can't blame him.
And by the way, notice I went a little fast on certain words. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, and while we're at it, hashtag fuck TVSI.
Yeah, there you go.
Had to get that in there in somewhere.
Well, we were going to talk about a recent trailer that dropped, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going to ask, and yes, I will talk about it on Witwat tomorrow or Saturday, depending on my work schedule. Yes, I know there's an X8. Sorry.
Anyway.
So, how about that Go Busters fan film there?
Yeah.
Ooh, this
I
is something
I
I'm
saw
really
it.
proud of.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it. It is a fan film.
For those who don't know, a really nice guy I met at Morphicon twice now, Database Ranger. And if you haven't seen his reactions to Dino Charge, he kind of does the same thing we do, only it's in vlog form. Go check those out. But basically, Database Ranger has made a little fan film adapting Go Busters into Power Rangers. You know, that show that Saban just decided to skip instead of, playing with what the hand they're dealt. But anyway, it's called Power Rangers Grid Defense, and I gotta say, I would really love to have seen what Saban could do with this, but give props to Database Ranger for sticking as close as possible and doing his own thing. And minor spoilers, but it's what we've always wanted. It is connected to RPM's universe, and maybe more.
Yeah, they throw in certain little bits here and there and how things work, and it's actually really good. It's got its moments of cheesiness. I mean, it is made on what looks like a very shoestring budget, but
Still looks better than my stuff.
Oh.
And how
that's
did he
saying
get all
something.
these
I've seen-
actors?
I've seen your stuff. Your stuff ain't that bad.
No, yeah, but I'm trying to put over the guy here.
I'm putting him over by saying you look as good as he does.
Fair enough.
I'm putting. The idea is to put both over, my friend.
But anyway, for those who don't, we posted this on the Facebook page. It's called Power Rangers Grid Defense. It's a fan adaptation. It's in no way connected to Saban. Hopefully they don't give him any shit. But if you haven't seen it, it's hard to put into words how good it is. And this was the Go Busters adaptation we deserved. And leave it to the fans to pick up where Saban, dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
To quote Triple H, "You dropped the ball, then I picked it up."
Seems to be a
Sorry, Sean.
seems to be the pattern when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what people could do with a Tokyuja adaptation if they did a fan film of that. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not original footage, Go Buster footage. It actually does an adaptation where he splices in footage from Tokume Sentai Go Busters. It looks really good, really seamless.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently Database Ranger is also a member of the Power Force, so it's a good chance.
Right.
So Saban is probably not going to touch him.
I did not know that. Congratulations.
Now, if only we could get in on that shit.
Hey, yeah, Database Ranger, put in a word for us.
Yeah, please. I know you follow us,
Yeah.
dude. We've seen you comment on our stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, and if at all possible, if Power Force is listening to us, I will stop cursing if we're part of that group. Do you know how hard it is to me keeping this mouth censored all the time?
Lord knows we're no better.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of sailors in this group, seriously. But if that's what's honestly holding us back, if that's what's honestly keeping us from it, just say the word, we'll drop the fucking swearing.
Hey, shut the fuck up, dude.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Anyway, there will be less phallic references.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Shawn Michaels and Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're wrestling nerds.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
That's been established. Well, I think we've put off the inevitable.
Yeah,
no,
thankfully,
it's not a bad
thankfully, I don't
episode
think this
per
one's gonna be
se.
too bad. But let's
We'll
get
to it.
yeah, let's get to today's
Let's get to it.
episode. And folks, we gone fishing.
So 1990. No, Matty. No.
What was?
Although
Oh.
Power Rangers did just turn 23
Woohoo!
Woo woo!
last week, first episode Mighty Morphin ever aired, 23, and right over there, Go Rangers going, "You're welcome."
I've seen that one on Facebook.
Yeah. By the way, I had no idea one of the Go Rangers was played by Damian Sandow.
Me neither.
He time travels. He's a time lord.
Hallelujah.
Would explain a lot. Zeltrax, we don't want to fucking hear it.
You're old. You're old.
You're old. Okay.
Boy, you got
For the
nothing.
three of us who are now in their 30s, no.
Yeah,
No. Put on them baby diapers.
yeah. I don't want to fucking hear it.
You know who feels old? I feel old. And I'm the youngest here.
Okay, Ben, what is up with you doing the Kyoryuger roll call in the chat?
I think
He's been
so.
doing it this whole
Kyoryuger
time.
then.
Huh?
So Kyoryuger then.
Yeah.
Adapted from Kyoryuger. Sensing a pattern here.
Yeah, notice?
Uh,
Oh, and of course, Mike Shell in the chat, who is the oldest among us. Oh, by the way, Maddie, you owe him something, don't you?
Oh yeah. You know that 3-minute warning joke we told you not to do anymore? Dave! Oh, nice echo. Very nice. Very nice. That's the late echo there. Anyway, shall we get to the episode before people get bored here?
Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you have your episode loaded up from whatever legal resources available to you, whether it be Nickelodeon's website, Hulu, whatever. We don't know. We just, just do it the right way. Anywho, let's get this party started. Power Rangers Dino Supercharge, episode 10 or episode 32, whatever you want to call it. Gone fishing. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Brought to you by Bassmaster. Or a
Right.
Bassarino, the best lure ever used.
Yep.
Brought to you by Long John Silver's
Brought
and
to,
Red Lobster.
brought to you by Bass Pro Shop.
There you go.
Brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price. Academy.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Oh, cripes. It's a little cloudy today.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, it's so cloudy down here.
Yeah, he's got a good one. Yeah, never mind.
Hey, it's one of Leela's boots from Futurama.
Nice. Actually, give me that boot, maybe. Hey, that's my.
This shot
Yeah.
is for the lady.
Yeah. By the way, Koda proving that he's Goku. He may be dumb as bricks, but he's good at fighting and he's good at food.
Yoshi Sadarso, just looking for a reason to take his shirt off. Hey, Matt, good to see you again. Those who don't know, Riley's cowboy brother, Matt.
Ah.
And let's squelch the rumors right now. No, he's not going to be gold in the next season. Give it up.
No. Also, Lex points out that the narrator that we've been hearing for every episode is actually Stig Eldred, who's the gorilla master from Jungle Fury.
La-di-da. Surely it's not another boot.
Nope.
Nope.
It's a license plate.
Hey, you know what? Worst case scenario, we sell all this junk to TGI Fridays.
There you go.
Or Shenanigans or Fuddruckers or any place they put goofy stuff on the wall.
Montana's,
Ooh, yeah.
they do that.
Oh, hey, look who's back!
Regal! He's a man. Such a man.
And look who's with him!
It's Tyler Steele 2.0. I mean, James.
Yeah.
Hey.
Where can I buy an Aqua hoodie? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yes, it's coming to Amber Beach because there's nowhere else on this.
Exactly.
Sunday, coming to Amber Beach. There's gonna be a monster.
This looks like a job for the Knights of Amber Beach. No.
No.
Oh,
That's another thing we're missing. Shovels, pipes, and NZ Boys, Glitz World, and the Knights of Amber Beach. I'm jonesing here, guys. I don't know about you.
No, seriously. Holy crap. Got to go into therapy at this point.
I know.
you know what? I'm just gonna get this joke out of my head. Touchdown in the land of the Amber Knights.
Bit of a stretch, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I've heard worse.
We're riffing here.
Gone fishing. What my dad would say when he would secretly go to a bar.
By the
Hey,
way, if
Chip
this-
Lynn wrote this episode, or co-wrote this episode.
Hey,
We're in
there
good
you go.
hands.
Yep.
Also, if this turns out to be the predator from
Hello!
a what the
Hey!
hey,
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Even though I'm the Silver Ranger and therefore the most badass of the team. Eat it, Joes. Eat it, Joes. Eat it, Joes.
Ah!
Oh!
oh, cock block.
Oh, what'd you shoot the Orga egg from Godzilla 2000 for? Well, question. Hey, Singe is back! Singe's back! Singe's back!
Yeah, this episode's hitting all the good notes.
All
I'm
right.
back, bitches.
Finally! Someone let him out of his cell.
By the way, could someone tell me why the monster inside would be a good idea that he'd be doing it in front of all of the Rangers?
Well, all of the extra Rangers plus Tyler. Because you notice, aside from him, it's gold, gray, aqua, and violet.
Well, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Also,
Footage?
God help you monsters if that satellite carried the Spice Channel.
Oh, good lord. By the way, nice to see Purple in action again.
Yeah, well, we saw her last time. It's nice to see gray and blue in action.
nice.
Gray and aqua in
Legendary
action.
Takedown.
It's also nice. Yeah, Gray and Aqua, good tag team.
Yeah.
Master Fury? Who made him a master?
I know, right?
You're the master of two things, Pally. Jack and shit, and Jack left town.
Yeah.
Groovy.
I smell a Three Stooges skit here, guys.
Yeah, right?
Oh, boss. Here we go. Oh, Coda.
And oh, good distance on that one. It's going, gone.
It's a new world record for fishbowl chucking.
What? Ah!
Oh
there's
no! There goes Chase's lucky hat. What are the odds? Didn't count. Like we're going for fishing.
Oh,
here,
yes,
not
it
hatting.
didn't count.
Jeez.
By the way, was someone YouTubing that? You could totally do a viral video of that.
I know, right?
How come
Also-
that never happens when someone's recording?
was like, oh, no, 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 no.
Well, they were all
no.
sitting there eating them the whole time. They had no clue. It looked like fucking spaghetti.
Chip, Becca, were you watching The Lost Boys when you thought of that?
Hey, maybe.
I didn't get my ass kicked by the Red Ranger. You did.
No, you did.
Oh my God, Snide's out again.
Hey!
Wow, it's return of the everything.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of...
Even Keeper's out here.
He's actually
Hey,
up and walking
everybody.
around.
This episode had a budget.
Apparently.
Huh. Good thing this alien pod is hooked up for USB wiring.
Well, the
Blah,
U
blah,
and
blah,
USB is
techno babble,
universal.
blah, blah.
I mean,
Of course, why would he pick a fishing monster to go fishing for something that's underwater? Aha!
oh
Innocent
no.
civilian, kill it with lightning.
By the way, Lightning, Dad, I don't think you were supposed to do that. I think I hear a nibble. Ah!
It's not like he took off in a boat or anything. What?
Whoa.
Okay, how did that drift ashore?
And land so perfectly like that.
It must be a television production.
My only, I'm guessing it was he pulled it in. That's the only thing I can think of.
Someone electrocuted John Wayne. I'm drowning out here, Pilgrim.
Oh crap! He's in this submarine by Diva. He's in Diva Talks, a submarine from Turbo movie. God.
Oh God, that or he was sucked into the set of The Abyss.
Yeah, here's the one bit of continuity. Here's the one bit of what the fies is going on here. How the hell did he get in there?
Plot convenience.
Oh, duh. That's...
What convenience fairy? How the fuck are you?
At least they didn't immediately pull the old thing where his battery was already dead. At least he had a chance to actually call him.
I'm amazed he's getting a signal in there.
I know. You'd think all that water would block the signal.
He must have AT&T. Did that guy say monsters? Did that cave guy say monsters? No, he said Monstars. He's watching Space Jam.
Uh-oh.
You'd think there'd be a GPS app on their phone. You'd be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, shit!
Hang on. Gotta make sure the lightning strikes perfectly.
Oh, he's got a light on his phone.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the chill one. You want to, send the picture that Matt took never mind.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they already located it, so I'm pretty sure they don't have to see the pic to believe it now.
Good thing all you need to do is to take a picture to locate a Zord. Ah, dead phone
And
battery.
now the battery goes down.
Ah, dead phone battery. The My Car Won't Start of modern horror.
Reach for the sky,
Hey!
boy.
Hey, Poisander's joining the action for.
Wow. I'm not kidding. These guys had a budget for this episode.
Yeah. Also, I love the anger in Riley's voice when he calls for the morph.
How dare you sink my brother in a Zord that's ours?
It's called the "Don't fuck with my family or you goddamn die"
Yeah.
Much.
gambit.
Hi, boys. Andrew, glad to see you getting a figure. Okay, thanks. Bye. You're about to see red. That's my favorite Chevelle song. Oh, also the Red Ranger's attacking.
Wow! Looks like Team Red Ranger's blasting off again!
That swears you owe the world got the idea for that.
Apparently.
Fury made water explode.
Um,
Also, give Singe back his gun.
I was gonna say, how did he get Singe's gun?
He took it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
After he shot the pod.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shit for
that's
crap.
true,
Give me
that's
your
true.
gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy God, there's continuity. What the hell is this?
Also,
Keeper!
They found a way to work around. They found a way to
Holy
work around the
crap.
Sentai footage.
Dude, Keeper's getting in on the action. Mad games.
Well, they were playing John Tesh in the commissary. I had to get out of there. Thought I could help you guys with my water absorptions. Oh, and his rod just happens to be out of juice.
Well, that's what you need more batteries. That's why you go with Energizer or Duracell, not Rayovac or Great Value.
Or you know, blue pill for that.
Ooh.
And holy shit, Keeper is powerful.
Whoa!
He just fucking drained the whole lake.
It's like,
Note yourself. Don't fuck with Keeper.
never mind that this is symbolic of Moses parting the Red Sea. We're not trying to make a biblical connection here, even though weird
Nope.
theorists are going to make that connection.
Yep.
Also, I love his After Effects disappearing trick. Oh crap, my rod's out of juice and he's breaking out the battleizer. I'm screwed.
Yep. I was gonna hoping to get that walleye, but yep.
That shot looks familiar.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you something. Get in that haddock down there, you get that buck, you get that basserino, you can reel that sucker in. Get it about that big. Caught a fish that big.
All
Tell you
right,
what.
I'm up. God damn it, what's going on here?
Ugh,
Somebody get me some coffee.
I need the world's biggest frappuccino.
Note to self: don't go drinking with Bob.
Holy crap! The monster actually blocked his
Ooh.
final attack.
Wow.
Time to bring out Victory Eximum. Yes, I still refuse to call it Victory Maximum. Grab onto something. My ass, Shelby.
You know you love it.
Eat Dino Head. That came out wrong.
Yes, it did. Phrasing!
Or did it? Trying to do the Wade Wilson thing.
Yes.
That
yes.
came out wrong. Nick Nolte was a Zord.
God damn it! I got the world's largest hangover.
I need a jug of rubbing alcohol so I could put it through my toast. What are you attacking me for?
Gonna take a lot more than that to take that down. Oh, hi,
He
Kendall.
learned the he learned the power of not selling an attack from his grandfather Titanic.
Yeah. Also, I think he was dreaming of John Cena.
Probably.
Yep. Yeah, there's no way that a brother's ever known that his brother's a Power Ranger. Nope, never, nope.
Nope, that didn't happen.
Also, nice covering up of Bragigas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Titanosaur, the copper top tester. Ding, 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 slam. Maybe Lord Zed should have loaded up Serpentera with batteries like that.
Yeah.
Damage.
Ah, this thing's clogging up my system. Get it out of me.
Here's your stupid brother anyway. Cowboys give me into. Is my hat okay? Well, you say that. We're totally not Riley's friends. All I have to do is clear my throat, and I'm a totally different person. You know, guys, if freaking Arrow, Stephen Amell, can, put a voice box on his throat or in his hoodie to hide his voice, why the hell can't your helmets do that?
I know. We need to adopt that for a future Ranger season.
They really need to. I mean, it's not hard. If freaking the Green Arrow can do it.
I mean, they're already having to do voiceover for the Ranger suits anyway. Just put a little audio production to it. Hell, I could do that in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Pitch shift. It's your friend.
Pitch shift, yeah, a little reverb. Trust me, you can do wonders with that.
Boy, a lot of space in this Titanozord. Almost like it was a home base or something for the Sentai
Yeah, right.
team.
No.
Hey, he pulled a gamma ray. He sucked up the fire.
Yeah, and here's what I like about it. It's based on one of the other Dino Chargers. They're using the other Dino Chargers as powers.
Gravity well. Oh.
Hey, Mike! Gravity well!
Curb stomp. Titano just curb stomped that bitch. Now it's the Seth Rollins Zord.
Oh God! Does that mean we have to find a Roman Reigns Zord?
No!
No.
I hope not. I hope not.
Yes, because the Titanosaur was built in the Roman Colosseum. It's fitting.
Yeah.
Titanic trash heap? Yes, the movie Titanic was a trash heap. I agree.
Yeah, no argument here.
Oh, come on, Tyler. Wouldn't have saying "given the axe" been a better joke?
Come on with some better one-liners, dude.
You know, if you're gonna throw cheesy one-liners at us, you could at least up your game a little.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
Goldfish, you son of a bitch. See?
Yeah.
Come on.
Something fishy's going on here.
Time to put this old fish out to sea.
Yep.
I'll see you at Red Lobster.
We're on a seafood diet. When we see food, we hate it.
We ate it. We eat it.
No, it's on a seafood diet. When we see seafood, it dies.
Yep.
Nice one. Sorry, we're allergic to seafood. New Zord debut. Teckle have a latte there?
I don't know what the hell. I was wondering what the hell is that thing?
Looks like he was drinking.
Yeah. It's a triple espresso macchiato.
Oh!
Oh!
Hello! Oh, heel turn!
Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me!
Heel turn on a heel. That's first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess with a tith, lord.
Nope.
Oh, and you could even though he's only wearing a mask, you could just see the smile on Fury's face, like, finally, I get to kill that son of a bitch.
Oh shit.
He's leaving in Epcot Center. I knew it was a space.
Damn it! That beat me to it. I was just thinking that.
Was I supposed to do something here? You could fill up our lake again. Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
I was watching Dr. Phil and I got distracted. Wasn't there another ranger we were supposed to find? Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, who remember?
And
So-
say goodbye to Tyler's dad again.
He was back for a cup of coffee in the big time, and he's gone.
coffee, yeah.
Sorry about your hat.
Yeah, fucked up my day off. But what the fuck? And brothers always fight. Right, Brett and Owen?
Yep. Goku and Raditz, Domon and Kyoji, Dante and Virgil. I could go on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Oh, Coda.
Oh, perfect. Oh, whoever did that, they're awesome.
Actually, Matty, we have a button for that. That's our Coda.
Yeah, I have the button too. I can't play it though.
Damn.
Hold on, this may require a tad bit.
Oh, just give it a second. We're pretty much done here. I can put the sound back on. Because I know you gave me that button. I just gotta find it real quick.
Well, actually, it was. I want to say, what was that using? Oh, it was Franco-American. Ugh, never mind. No wonder he's a caveman. You have to be a caveman to like that stuff.
Okay, never mind. I can't remember where I put the damn button. I know I have it.
That would have made a good SpaghettiOs commercial. It's like, Coda, what are you doing? What, you're eating a worm.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I heard it.
There you go.
There it goes. Okay, then.
All right,
Well,
let's.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, so let's do what we do best. Let's rate this bitch. Holy shit! This should have been how the season started.
Yep.
Yeah, where was this last week?
Yeah, this is what should have started out last week, not the filler episode we got. Cause this, holy shit! Hell, you got to switch these two episodes around, and I guarantee. Well, the only problem is the Dino X Charger, but still.
Could
Yeah,
have been
but-
fixed, but
Someone at Saban was thinking, let's see, interesting characters returning, plot twists, a new Zord. The kids don't want to see that. Oh, a blonde cute girl getting wrapped in a giant crepe or burrito. Oh my god, that's gotta go in. Oh, that other stuff.
That's Nickelodeon's thoughts right there.
you know what? Nickelodeon was like, it's a giant girl. It's a girl in a giant burrito crepe. Look that shit. That's the first one. Fuck you.
Because we all
Don't-
know Nickelodeon is all about trotting out cute preteen or teen girls around. Kind of creepy, Nickelodeon.
We're gonna have
Just saying.
giant burritos.
Okay, Vince. But wow, yeah, awesome episode.
Yeah, this episode was freaking amazing. Holy shit.
Is there anything to complain about in this episode? I don't think I found one thing I hated about this.
I can't think of
the
anything
biggest
either. Like,
I think our biggest complaint is literally, where the fuck were you? And that's more in the story than anything else. And that was explained.
yeah, they covered every base. They explained where the Titanosaur was, where the Silver Energem is associated with, why that hasn't shown up yet. They've explained how the only issue we still have is how the hell did Matt get in the freaking Titanosaur? That's the only real nitpick I have, and that's such a small one.
My guess is that the Titanosaur noticed he was drowning and sucked him up with that beam of light.
But he's deactivated. That's the thing. He couldn't have moved. If he was,
if you got a better explanation, I'd love to hear it.
I'm not. That's the problem. I can't. I don't think there is one. There is no explanation for this.
That's why I said my guess is theorizing.
Yeah.
It's a guess, son. It's a guess, if you will.
Yeah. At best I can figure is that somehow he just fell into the Zord's mouth somehow, but that's such a stretch, it's not even funny.
And if there was a hole in that Zord, wouldn't it have been flooded?
Exactly. Like
Wouldn't
every
there have been
theory
seaweed
gets
and
shot
crap
down.
all over the cockpit. There would have been seaweed and junk and license plates and boots all over the cockpit. And the Rangers went in. Wow, this Zord is great. Oh, seaweed. Oh God, pick it off. Pick it off. Oh God. Oh, we need to come in here with a squeeze. Ew. Oh, I just stepped in something. Oh God.
Yeah. But like I said, if that's the only thing we honestly have to nitpick about this episode, goddamn, that's saying something. Everything else about this was fantastic.
Thumbs all the way up for this one. That is for sure.
Agreed. Not even going to lean on that one. It's straight up.
And the cherry on top. Mutiny. There's infighting.
There be dissension in the ranks. But here's the thing. Singe made it clear. The only reason there is because he serves a higher power.
I wonder what it could be.
Sledge comes out in a robe. It's me, Rangers.
So, son of a bitch!
It was me all along. Where's my Pysandra?
But I don't know. It's if Sledge survives somehow, then why is Singe leaving the Earth? Wouldn't he go? Unless Sledge had an ejector pod or something. I don't know. Again, we're guessing. Here.
We're theorizing. This is theorizing. But still, oh man.
Also, it's time for our regulation Megaforce bashing. Dino Charge has done more with its villains, more villain development than Megaforce or Super Megaforce ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's mutiny. There's more than one guy in charge. There's dissension among generals. Again, it's just wow. And of course, it may not be Sledge he's talking.
Nope. Considering what we're coming up on, there are others.
Mm-hmm. There are others. They exist. Is Fights upon gone? Oh, we'll reveal it just in time.
and what of the pod space? So the Silver Ranger is in space, not on Earth.
Yeah, pretty much.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, well, the Energems were technically from space, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How did the last one get into space? Because they were all on Earth when they were handed out to the dinosaurs.
I'm wondering, though, if Keeper entrusted them to dinosaurs, then did we shoot a dinosaur into space?
Not that I recall.
Did the Brachiosaur break the surly bonds of gravity to travel space? Theorizing here, okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe a space visitor found the Energem first. Maybe he found the first Energem and went back to space.
That's probably the best possibility.
All I'm gonna say is space and move on.
Yeah.
That's all there needs to know there.
No,
again, that's only a Ranger
theory.
Thanks for
listening.
Also, Crunchman brings up another good point. We don't even know the history. Like, where did these freaking Energems come from?
Shades.
Oh, I'm here.
Don?
Check.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. But Crunchman brings up a good point here. Where did these Energems come from in the first place? Who created them, or how are they created?
Who created them? You know,
Keeper keeps them, created them.
Yeah, we could have a
So
Ninjor
does
situation
Keeper-
all over again.
Yeah. Where does Keeper have a long lost older brother called Creator? For some reason, all I keep hearing in my head after thinking is, "What is God was one of us."
All right. Well, we already gave our final rating on this. Are we ready to move on?
Let's do it. You want me to hit the button?
Hit that button.
Let me hit that button. It's time for your emails or comments of the week. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com. And of course, at the bottom of the page, the current episode as posted on the website, on Easy's website, telkutai.me. Remember the rules. Opinions only. You don't have to summarize everything, No token questions only. No more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No
versus questions.
No, 1 email per person. Keep your comments as light and as brief as possible because it's a 2-hour show. We'd like to keep it under 2 hours as much as possible. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, the Shades, you want to start us off here. So Solar Star is our first email.
Yep, Solar Star here, and after some filler, we're finally getting back to the main story. First of all, thank you, series, for not forgetting about Riley's brother, Matt. Not just that, but had him worked into the story here. Keeper may have dried up the lake to free the Titanosaur, but I guess he didn't take into account that all the fish died by the time he put the water back in.
Ooh. Yeah. Thanks, Keeper. Really helping the environment there.
Bravo, sir. This episode gets 5 Titano Chargers out of 5. Awesome debut for the Titanosaur, the Auxiliary Rangers getting into the action, and the importance of family. Now, did you know that Live Man was originally planned to have only 3 Senshi throughout its run like Sun Vulcan? The reason why Black Bison and Green Sai were added in was that at the time, Live Man was the 10th anniversary of Super Sentai, even though it was the 12th show, and Toei wanted to do something special. Go Ranger and Jaka didn't officially count as Super Sentai until 1995.
I did know that. Also, they were also brought in to drive up toy sales.
It's always about the toy sales.
Hey, it's a cheap pop. What do you want?
Yeah. And luckily for us, he provides no no questions this week. So, Matty, you get Zeltrax, and Zeltrax finally figured it out.
Look at that. Well, I can certainly think this episode was better than last week's, for sure. Lightning round, number 1. Making this a Riley episode was very nice. It's leagues better than the home run coda, where in that Riley was a bit of an asshat. Number 2, Heckle finally figuring out that Singe wasn't on the up and up. It was a treat to watch. Looking forward to whenever Singe comes back. Number 3, this goes to the toy of Titano Charge Megazord. The U.S. toy can actually pull off that pose the Megazord has when it holds its Deaxo points to Bandai of America. I'll still be giving that Megazord a better paint job. Number 4, the spaghetti as worms gag. Genius. 5, haven't seen Riley's brothers Matt in a long time. It's good to see him return and unexpectedly find the Titanosaur. Number 6, Titano's Charge Megazord's finishing move is called the Final Colossal Crush. I'm calling it best Megazord finishing move ever.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Number 7, sorry for spoiling Silver last week, so I'll Dave myself. Al. Seeing a tease for Silver this episode was great. But weirdly, he contacted the Rangers while he was still morphed. He thinks he doesn't want the other Rangers to know who he is. Kind of reminds you of the Zeo Gold Ranger arc in a sense. And number 8, we ranted about Kendall not getting out there to fight in the first half of Dino Charge. Now, in the second half, we already see they've already used her fighting in 2 episodes, and not sticking in her lab and tossing the K. Huzzah! Also, kudos to Kendall's suit actor as he scissored through Fury for a loop. Nice.
I saw that. That was kind of badass.
That was a beautiful. That's beauty right there. And the move was nice as well. Just Anyway, episode was damn fun. Give it a straight A. As for me, that's all for me. I'm up. Yes, I have to wait for Digimon Tries dub to come out on Blu-ray because my nearest Fathom Events Theater in Medford isn't participating in the Digimon Try dub event. Sad. Zeltract Millennium is sad. Actually, there is one theater, and it's a 45-minute drive, hour and a half bus ride.
I'm actually trying to remember if where the closest one is for me.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, they have it. And it's gone. Anyway, that's it for Zeltrax.
I could get to one, but that's the one I go to Rift Tracks one for. I'm way too behind on Digimon to get caught up now.
Understandable there.
That's it for Zeltrax. Next up is Ranger fan Nathan.
Yep. First off, I have to say, in my opinion, this was the best episode so far of Dino Supercharge. My top 3 moments of the episode were: number 3, finding out that the Silver Energem has somehow found its way into space. Number 2, we found out that Singe is working for someone more sinister than Heckle and Snide, maybe the boss's Chaos Power Rangers counterpart. Number 1, that entire original fight scene at the beginning part of the episode. It was such a good fight scene, it made me wish that all of the fight scenes could be original. Yeah, budget would never allow that, dude.
Yep.
Take what you can get.
Yeah, my one gripe was the editing bot showing Shelby in the Titan Megazord cockpit in her normal Dino Drive mode after they had just transformed into their Super Dino Drive mode.
You noticed that, huh?
Yeah.
It was a blink and you miss it, but I had to do a double take when I saw it. Like, wait, is Shelby still in? I was like, but
Not enough to really hurt the episode. Anyway, great episode. He gives it 4.95 out of 5. Questions. Number 1, how big would you say the budget would have to be for them to shoot original Ranger fight scenes and not have to splice in Sentai footage? Good God, for the type of stuff they'd have to shoot these days, the budget would be enormous.
yeah, it's the toy sales would literally have to go through the roof. They'd have to be making freaking gangbusters to afford all the original fight scenes. I just don't see that happening.
Neither do I.
Maybe back in '93 when the toys were selling, they were flying off the shelves. I'm pretty sure we contributed to that. So they could afford to shoot more original fight scenes, but yet they still had to rely on Sentai. But, Dino Charge just isn't the commodity it once was. Toys were selling more. Maybe they would have a bigger budget, but they don't. I mean, that's why they're still in New Zealand. So, yeah shit happens.
Yeah. Also, and second one, and this was an interesting one. This is not a Toku question, rather a behind-the-scenes question for us. I was curious how long does it take for you guys to prep for a recap, and do you guys try to go over some show notes before you start?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, for me, for us, there's a little bit of pre-production. I mean, obviously, we have to find to watch the episode and actually watch it. Sometimes for me especially, sometimes I just watch the episode and go, okay. And if I find stuff in the riff, automatically I know, okay, this is gonna be good. If not, I usually improv when I riff. Usually. As far as we look around for any news worthy stuff to talk about and that's John's end actually for more than anything else. But for me, if I watch the episode, if I find something for the stinger, I usually put that together and okay, here's something for the stinger, and I usually use that. And yes, there is a stinger as always, and
yep,
these gentlemen have approved it.
Yeah. As for my end, go ahead, finish.
But, pre-production, that's pretty much it. At this point, it's literally just finding stuff, sending any audio stuff to Shade so he can prepare that stuff. You can go ahead now.
All right. Yeah, as for me, what I normally do is, like I said, we get the episode ahead of time, check it out, make sure there's anything important we had to bring up.
You do.
Yep. God damn it.
Might cut off again.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that today.
We're just having all kinds of problems tonight.
I know, right?
Blame the hurricane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
El Nino.
Yeah, blame Hermine's fault. It's Hermine's fault. Anyway, as for me, for when it comes to pre-prep, what I do is like Matty, I get the episode ahead of time, watch it, and see if there's anything that we need to do. Is especially if I have to put in like just the description and stuff like that. I want to make sure I give you guys an idea of what to expect in the episode without spoiling anything. Like if you look at the description for today's episode, I make a lot of fishing references, but I try not to allude to anything specific. So I do that. And then, of course, as you guys know, I have those lovely transitions that I have for the live stream. I have to prep those ahead of time, which thankfully I've gotten them down to the point where I can knock those out in about an hour at most, depending on how much I have to do. Just making sure that, you know, the right titles are in and making sure that the right logos are in. Hell, the only time I ever had to take too long on these is when I have a whole bunch of news stories like we did the last couple of weeks. That was fun. So, but otherwise, I usually can knock these out in about an hour tops. And then, of course, just making sure everything's plopped in place on OBS and making sure that everything sounds right, which I always have like at least one sound cue that doesn't go right. Always. Mm-hmm. Ugh. It never ends. But, you know, I want my live streams to look good for you guys, and I know a lot of you guys like the way they look, so I know I'm doing something right. And then, of course, I also ask, you know, I'll ask Matty and Easy for any news stories they may have come across, unless I already know about them myself, which oftentimes I do. But there are a few that elude me, and then I, of course, make sure to prep up any news stories that come up. And, of course, inevitably, wait for Matty's Stinger, which usually comes about 2 hours before the show, or less.
It's literally, I literally produced it 2 hours before the show, because I'm literally going, sometimes it's like that, and some days it's like I'm trying to rack my brain for something funny, something unique, you know. This week it was one of those. Well, it's right in front of me. I may as well make the joke, or at least the reference.
Stay after the credits. You'll hear the stinger. Don't worry. And you know everything like that. It's a lot of fun. I don't know, Easy. Do you have anything to add to this? I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, well, I try to at least watch some of the episode, either the Saturday morning it's on, because I'm working late night. I can usually stay up a little to watch the episode to at least get the gist of what's going on, so I can prep the intro joke. And if I see a few jokes I want to make in the show, I try to work them in. I usually don't tell them in advance, so a lot of times we're stepping on each other, but we're live watching it, and it's unavoidable.
Really, yeah. We've just kind of accepted
that,
it.
It's not really.
It's one of those. If we, it's kind of the same way we work. For example, the review we did last year, the crossover we did with Mike and everything else, kind of the same thing where we come up with stuff and then later said we find a joke. How about we use that joke? You know, something like that. Except, you know, what you hear is what usually comes out.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's that.
Yeah.
I just let these guys do most of the riffing because, well, these two are the experts at it, and I'm still I can get one in when I can.
I also look for comments on the website if there are any, but there aren't any this week. Spoiler alert. But that's mostly on my fault because I just posted the last episode today.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you're busy.
Yeah.
I'm working 40 hours a week late night. I'm dead. I'm dead tired. Cut me some.
Yeah,
also,
no problem, dude.
I need to hire someone to start posting stuff to my site. I do it all by myself.
I can understand that. All right.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, that's it for Ranger Fan Nathan. So, Matty, you got Lex.
Hey guys, Lex at it again with my questions and comments for this week's episode. Let's get started. Questions. What do you think of the Silver Ranger in this episode?
We don't know anything about him yet.
teaser.
We can't really answer that.
Yeah,
Well,
good
all
teaser.
we can do is theorize.
Yeah, good teaser. That's all I'm going to say there. Number
I did
two,
like
what do you
his
think of-
Voice. I did
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can comment on his voice. I did like
Yeah.
his over-the-top voice.
Yeah,
I am the Silver Ranger. You know, he sounds a little ninja-y. Anyone
Kind
notice
of.
that?
Not.
yeah, kind
Not,
of.
not full-on Dudley Do-Right, but he has,
Oh.
he has that over-the-top.
There's hints. There's
Yeah.
hints of it.
You shall
you
see.
know. There is a reference, I think, somewhere in there. Number two, what do you think? Do you think we'll have an original or the Ninja cockpit for the Megazords of Ninja Steel when it comes to next year?
Oh, I can tell you right now, it will be original cockpit because there's no way
Yeah.
they can make the ninja cockpit work for Power Rangers. Just no.
Be surprised. They might not. Well, we will have to get an original cockpit if there's a mega form, and knowing Saban, there probably will.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of wish they'd cut that.
Yeah. Number 3. What do you think of the Karakuri Hengen being the morpher for Ninja Steel?
I think we commented on that originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the star weapon from Ninja,
Yeah.
not the sword. Kagari Henge, as he said.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, I mean, we were barely able to get away with the gun being the morpher. I'm pretty sure some moms complained about that, or some complained. And they my guess is, again, this is all a guess, don't quote me on it. My guess is Saban saw the, saw that or heard that, and they're thinking, you know what, we did it once, let's not make the weapon the more.
Yeah.
That or our Lord and Savior Chip Lin looked at it and thought it was pretty stupid and decided that's the one I'm hoping for.
All right, comments. Since Power Rangers Ninja Steel is starting to film soon, I noticed a picture of the red, blue, yellow Rangers helmetless found around, and he's talking about this
the Zuo Eagle helmet that he was on. We saw that picture.
We commented on that last time.
Yeah.
Who knows? But is he? Who knows? But it could happen. Look at what happened with Megaforce. They changed it from Angels to Pirates.
Yeah. No. I see what he's getting at.
Yeah.
No, we are not doing that again. We are not mix-matching 2 seasons together. That was a disaster last time.
They're already in pre-production or regular production, and Zuo's still going on. There's no way they're going to be able to blend together so fast.
No.
Go
They're not,
Hydra and Go Sager were way over before we got to Mega.
Oh yeah.
And that turned out to be, and even with all that in their possession, they still fucked that one up. So they're not gonna make that mistake again.
Let's put it this way: they had 2 complete series of Sentai to work with Megaforce / Super Megaforce, and they fucked that up. To be fair, they were adapting Zeo Ranger as they were watching it, but even then, they had they were lucky in turn chicken chin to chicken soup into Campbell's or or something really good.
And again, there's budgetary
Yeah. Since there was an episode with 8-person morph, I wonder if they're going to do a 9 or 10-person morph.
Oh, it's almost a given. They have to do it at least once.
Eventually.
They have to do it at least once.
Now I'm wondering if how they did the Silver Energy get into space. Gosei says there's a simple exit. Damn it, Gosei.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
That's it for
I'm
me.
making that joke because I knew one of you was gonna make it.
Yep. That's it for me. I'll see you guys next time, and together we are more. Next up is Dark Claw.
Yep. Hey guys, Dark Claw back to talk about the next episode of Dino Supercharged, and with this episode starting the Ranger fishing, and the monster is themed fishing, I thought to quote an old MMPR 2 Jason line, "It's time to can this fish. Yeah, fish."
Hey-o.
We get it.
You know what? As corny as that line is, it sounded better than time to test our new axe on this guy.
Yeah, right. All right, so I thought this episode was great. Have a lot of good character moments. Riley and his brother Matt, and good to see Dakota follow the way of Goku's way to get fish by going into the river and get the fish by hand.
Any reason to get his shirt off?
Also, with Chase always get metal objects.
You're Shatnering. You're Shatnering.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Yeah. Also, with the way Chase is always getting metal objects, you can't say that Chase has a magnetic personality. And he even says, "I can hear the booing in Dave's already."
I'm gonna pull a Joe Bob on this one. I'm gonna pretend you did not just say.
All right. I'm not going to continue reading this entire paragraph because he broke a rule, ladies and gentlemen. He pretty much seems to have summarized it. Because there's a lot to talk about in this one. Holy crap.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I have it. I'll have it right here. He's not kidding. And, Buddhist man again.
All right, Dark Claw, last week we gave you a mulligan because it was your first time. I am not going to afford you that same luxury. You had a week to learn. You must now pay the price. Oh, and don't mind that. God damn it. Stupid thing. Dave! There. That's what I wanted to hit. Anyway.
You heard that too, huh?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I know what button I hit. God damn it.
Dave! Wait, Yahtzee's here? What's going on?
You know what? I might as well just go and hit this.
RVT.
Hey.
Never without a botch.
There it is.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the questions. For my first question, which voice actor would you like to see voice a main villain in Power Rangers? That is honestly a good question.
Scott McNeil? Has Scott done Power Rangers?
I don't think he has. I don't think any of the Ocean dubbers have done Power Rangers or anything of that sort.
Huh.
Plus, you'd have to afford these guys, and again, budget's not exactly Saban's biggest. But I'll throw out some names there that would be villains. Two of the biggest, actually, if they could afford them, and they probably can't. Troy Baker and Nolan North, because we know Nolan North is Deadpool.
Yeah, those are good. If you want to get a good person who could do a rough voice, no doubt in my mind, Chris Sabat.
Well, that's his bread and butter.
Exactly. No, not Dan Green. We're not using Dan Green for a villain.
Oh, please. Villain Dan Green would sound like regular Dan.
Yeah, because Dan Green only has the one voice. Let's be completely honest here.
Yeah. And don't say Eric Stewart. I do not want to get started on Kaiba. Otherwise, we're going to have to bring Jody in here because, spoiler alert, she's got a thing for Kaiba.
Oh, then she'll be happy to know that I interviewed the man not that long ago.
Tell her.
I might quietly... Damn. I might quietly send her a link on Facebook someday once I get it posted.
Well, if it cheers her up after her latest tragedy.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Anyway, other voices.
Yep. Anyway. Let's actually move on to our another second question here from Power Rangers turns 23. Feel old, guys. Yeah, thanks. But anyway, Ninja Steel is going to be the 24th season. What do you guys think they're going to do with the 25th anniversary? Because if Nick does the 2-season rule with Power Rangers like they always do, and that means they have to make Ninja Steel's second season part of the 25th season, or do... no, actually, let's see. Oh, yeah, I think I see his point. Ninja Steel would be the 25th anniversary season.
Ninja Steel should take a page, should see what Ninja did, and don't do it.
Yeah.
Because Ninja tried to do anniversary stuff, and it backfired in their faces, worse than a clogged gun barrel.
No
Here's
kidding.
The thing. Here's an idea. How about not fucking it up?
Well,
that would be plenty right there.
You know, even if we got rid of Zacher, that doesn't mean a crossover or a cameo is going to go over smooth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people.
All I'm gonna say is to Saban and Nickelodeon and Chip Lenny, you better watch it.
Yeah.
You can blame Zacher, you can blame Saban, you can blame Nickelodeon till the cows come home, but the point is that they had to go through some major, hoops to get those actors back for Super. And don't get me started on the whole David Yost, Brett Fisher debacle. We don't want a repeat of that. Some weren't even invited, or some were, but then they were immediately retracted.
Yeah.
So, I think, Devon, I hate to say it, but you might have crapped the money bed with these.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, again, watch it.
Yeah.
Or just don't do it.
Yeah.
Why don't you solidify the new legacy before you start banking the old one? Besides, banking on nostalgia is Toei's thing. or Bandai's thing, whatever. I just don't know. I guess you could say I'm a little gun shy after.
I think we all are.
Built up to be the be all end all, and then it was such a colossal disappointment.
Yeah, they hyped that one
Like
up
the
way
song
too much, and it
goes.
fell flat on its face.
Like the song goes, I'm once bitten, twice shy, baby.
Yeah, no kidding. So that pretty much does it for Dark Claw. Matty, you got Keith.
All right. By the way, you totally missed a good Jericho joke right there.
I know.
Yeah, they, of course, it was like, watch what? It. Well. Keith is next. Wait a minute. Hey guys, it's been a while. I don't know if the schedule for the podcast has changed, or if it has, I hope the email that doesn't come too late. Well, one did, but it's not yours.
You're
Hi,
good.
Odegar. I see you. Anyway. Let's see. Speed round. He's actually going through both episodes. Episode 9, the fans are saying this week's episode. This is a weak episode. I can understand why that is. Reason this episode is weak, blah blah blah. Judd didn't help write the episode. The reason I'm bringing it up is because the other episodes up to that point have had him as a writer on them, and always finds a way to make the episodes he writes fun to watch for the next episode. Well, that explains a lot.
Yep.
Number 10, it's nice to see the plot moving forward again, as well as seeing more original fight scene footage with Kendall kicking ass in the suit, and from the looks of it taking some fighting cues from Black Widow. And when it comes to your fight scene with Fury, it's also nice to see a fight between villains again, and although it was brief, teaser.
That or as Matty
Big neon sign. They're gonna fight.
That or as Matty pointed out during the fight, it was a leg scissor takedown. So yeah, there was a little Black Widow too. I noticed.
Yeah.
Well, it was. Yeah. A little bit of Marvel influence in there, which is ironic because Marvel's with Disney now. Yeah. Don't know why I was bringing up the Macho Man voice there, but I'm gonna move on. Question for all of you. Would you like to see the Megaforce seasons rewritten with much better writing in comic book form?
If
Well,
someone could do it, I mean, but
Yeah.
Boom Studios has been working wonders for Mighty Morphin. Also, I have heard about the Mighty Morphin annual and its story about Goldar. I want it because I hear it's been.
I
But,
wanted to, but I'll tell you this: if I never get it, I'll settle for getting all of the issues for Mighty Morphin Pink. Oh, folks, if you haven't picked up those alone, that little miniseries, do so.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Also, Maddie, I'm going to call an audible on that second question because that's an anime question.
yep.
Wrong podcast.
Wrong part. It's aimed at you, Easy, but
yeah, I would love to see a Megaforce adaptation of comics. Boom Studios, I'd love to see what you could do with that.
So well, that's it. Other than that question for Easy, it was about Sailor Uranus and Crystal, but we're skipping that because that's not a Toku question. So that's it. Next.
Could someone put that in the text comment to me?
yeah, I'll do that real quick.
Well, we could do that, yeah. Anyway, there it is for you. And while Easy ponders that question over, I shall send it over to the shades with Jonathan Johnson.
Yep, Jonathan 10 here. Hello, Ranger Recap. This is Jonathan 10 here, and I'm here to give you my views on Dino Supercharged 9 and 10. Besties Forever is not a good way to start the season return, and was a real annoying character that... Oh, don't tell me you did it again. Check.
Skip.
Huh?
He's in the chat going skip.
Oh.
What is it? What is it, Jonathan? Is everything okay?
Yeah. You didn't say anything about skipping your email.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Care to explain? Oh, no, he's talking about the other question. Skip the other question.
Okay,
Anyway,
fair
back
enough.
on topic.
Okay,
Anyway,
fair
back
enough.
on topic.
Sorry, I'll Dave myself. Al.
Thank you. Erin was a real annoying character that took the credit when she didn't do anything. Wasn't really a good story, and I think it was kind of out of character for Shelby for not trying to call her out on it. I thought by working with Kendall would have made her be able to tell her to knock it off with the credit stealing. In my opinion, I think it could have been done a little bit better. Dude, you need to proofread your emails next time. Grammar errors everywhere on this thing, I swear to God. Now, I'm not even a grammar Nazi. That's my wife's job. Anyway, with the villains, I'm wondering why they're not just trying to steal the inner gems and stealing groceries for Cinnamon. I guess Heckle had a hankering for the Cinnamon part of a complete breakfast. Plus, was anyone thinking of Bender laughing when Wrench and Heckle were laughing at Half Baked?
Little bit.
Anyone was thinking the people of Amber Beach was trying to compete of the stupidest things a villain do in an episode. They were trying to follow Aaron to the monster, but that would put them in more danger. Even she said this in the episode. I thought this scene was funny and pretty stupid. So I'll give this episode 3 pretend to be a ranger in a burritos out of 10.
Well, that's a generation today. Anything for a thrill.
Yeah, no kidding. In episode 10, we get back to the plot where they now know the Silver Ranger is in space, and that just like the Purple Ranger Zord, that the Titano-Zord. It's interesting that one half of the Dino Rangers are on the job while the other half is goofing off with Riley's brother. I did think it was cool that Keeper got to get out of the lab and help with getting the Titano-Zord back on its feet. Also, Keeper is now God of Dino Charge. Also, the Titano-Zord is really badass. The axe is badass, and the powers are badass, but I wish it was on a stronger monster like Fury or something. Anyway, I'll give this episode 7.5 of too much water out of 10.
Well, it's a debut battle. He has to go up. He has to. If you're gonna put over a new big guy, you gotta feed a jobber to him.
Yep, that's how it works. Anyway,
That's the way it goes.
questions. What is your favorite morph in the Neo Saban era?
Didn't we get asked this question a couple weeks ago?
I'm pretty sure we did.
I think they meant. I think in the old or the Saban or Disney era, not the Neo.
Yeah.
And there aren't many that stick out to me.
Yeah, I'll be honest, they really don't. I mean, the
know
Dino
what?
Charge
You know
one
what?
is just
I'm
an
gonna-
extension of the Kyoryuger one, and make...
You know what? I'm gonna throw out one. I'm gonna come out and say I liked it. The Mega Force one, not Super Mega Force, because that was bland. But the regular Mega Force one, where they do the flip, the animal comes on as their helmet. You know what? I liked it. It was different from the Ghost Sager version.
Yeah.
I think it looked a little better actually. So that's my answer.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with that one. Samurai, the other ones were kind of more ripped from the Sentai. I mean, even Super Mega Force ones kind of is, even if it looks a little different.
Yeah, but I think Mega Force tried something, but Samurai still bugs the crap out of me. What is with the mask? The hoodie before the helmet comes on. That has bugged the crap out of me for years. I just don't get it.
It'd make more sense if it was a ninja-based Power Rangers, but it's Samurai. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wise to wear a wool knit cap under a helmet because you're gonna be sweating your ass off. I mean, that you could hear the sweat sloshing around in that if you wore something.
Yeah.
under that
jeez.
helmet.
Yeah.
Wear
Anyway,
a
question
Chewbacca
number
costume.
2, and this is one that I've seen him throwing at us for weeks now, for a week or so now. Would you guys want a Sentai based on the 12 Zodiac animals?
There have been many fanfics. I believe one was sent to us actually, where that was the exact theme. But for them to actually do it in a Sentai or Power Rangers, why not? It'd be interesting. But
Yeah.
it's got to be better than the Zodiac from Forza. I'm sorry, those villains still suck.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that pretty much does it. For Jonathan 10. Matty, you've got Evan Hunter Gale up next.
Yeah, another great episode of Shades, and man, another great episode. Hope we get to see the Silver Ranger soon. Question: ever heard of Shogeki Goraigan? If not, look it up. Have you heard of that?
Goraigan,
Yeah, of course we've heard of Goraigan. Hell, I think I have a clip of that in that freaking Toku Riffs intro.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Keita Amamiya and Toshiki Ino working together. And, oh my god, a female character that doesn't die. It's a miracle.
Ino's finally mellowed out in his older years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Amamiya, who, if you don't know who Keita Amamiya is, turn in your Toku card right now.
Seriously.
He basically put him on a leash. But this was a little project they did. And I kind of wish there were more episodes of this, because it's really good. If you're akin to more mature Toku like Garo, this is right up your alley.
Mhm.
Plus, you got Black Condor from Jetman, Shide Wakamatsu, I believe his name is. He's the bad guy in it. Well, it helps that he and Ino are buddies in real life, but it's really interesting to see him go full on evil. It's a really good show.
Didn't you use a clip from Goraigan in your Jetman review?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I thought that because I remember you showed that clip.
It's a little risque, though.
Just a tad, yeah. Goraigan, very much like Garo, is not for kids.
Anyway, number 2, who wore it better, Maji Green with his muscles or Azure Gorilla? Ooh. Who had better fake muscles? I'm gonna go with
yes.
Gorilla.
Yeah, I'm with Easy.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You're asking me to picture muscly guys. I do no.
No.
We don't have to. Easy. We don't have to. We have to watch them every Monday.
Yes, but we also get female wrestlers to balance it out.
That's true. Also, Zio Gorilla wins because he looks like Big E.
Fair enough. Yeah, Matty Green's CGI muscles were.
Yeah. Question 3: have you guys ever seen the Zoronon film? I know I have.
I have as well.
Dawn of Eltar? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen it. It's actually
I
really good.
I feel bad for the crew for not being able to successfully crowdfund a sequel where they had an interesting idea for the 6th and 7th Rangers. Yes, I said 7th. They're to go both green and white.
It's like Grid Defense. There are amazing people out there making awesome fan film. They need more love.
They do.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Stuff like that that's going to make me bring back Spotlight soon. P.S. There's going to be a new episode of that in the very near future.
And before I go, look up TJ Roberts' audition and watch, because it takes a deep breath. Prince Dex got a tattoo! oh! What's up there, guys?
You know there's a new I think they're going to be putting Sam Kinison on Netflix soon.
Yeah, I know that they put his special from Family Entertainment Tour on Netflix here in Canada. So
I think it's here in America too. So.
Oh, good. Good. I have something to watch after I'm done with Quantum Leap.
There you go.
Season.
And by the way, Stranger Things, seeing it, awesome.
I have got to start. I need to know what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, same here.
I will not spoil it for you, man. The hype is good. The hype is real. Anyway, that's it for who was this? Evan Hunter Gale. Next up is
Ow.
Sorry.
It's cold, Eddie.
Sorry. I already had it on the next email. There, it's like, wait a minute, who was I talking about too?
Yeah. Anyway, hey y'all, Silvermax.
Conversations.
Yep. Anyway, hey y'all, Silvermax is here. Sorry about the long email last time. I'll keep this one brief, and he does. It's relatively brief. So we finally get to see the Titanozord without its master. Man, Dino Charge has a habit of doing that. Anyways, he's not wrong. Anyways,
Not wrong.
I enjoyed this episode, and I thought the Riley Matt moments were really sweet. Brothers may fight now and again, but they're still family. Hey, and Tyler's dad is back. And he's gone again.
Aw. Hi, Tyler's dad.
Bye,
Hi,
Tyler's dad. I get the keeper needs his help, but come on, man. Why is always the work for dad? Jeez, I guess the job of a dad is never done. Trust me, I know. I would know this. I'm a dad. I know. It's never done.
Then why is he palling around with Prince Philip? You know, I just get this image in my head that James and Philip, you know, they walk in all badass like in the beginning of the episode, and then when they leave again, they're on a jumbo jet sipping Mai Tais, and like they fell for it. Oh my god! Let's go hit up the Xandar strip club. Oh yeah.
There you go.
I just see them chilling. You know, it's like we're not gonna go looking for shit.
No, I could totally see them both up there going, you know, like clerks, you know, like Randall and Dante, you know,
Yeah.
just shooting the shit.
Speaking of those two, real quick, he continues on real quick. I do want to bring up how I like how James and Philip really work well together. It's kind of weird since they haven't gotten much screen time together. Also, why do they keep calling it T-Rex Supercharged Ranger? Judd, you've seen Battleizers before. What, is Nick not letting you use the word Battleizer? Ugh.
That would be my guess is that would be Saban and Nickelodeon's. I bet he wanted to call it Battleizer, but they overruled him.
Yeah, because Saban never called it a Battleizer, ever. It wasn't until Disney came in that they started calling it a Battleizer. So, yeah. Hey, regardless, nice episode introducing new Zordon. On to questions. So, I've been hearing on the internet that a certain current writer isn't really well liked, and since it's ending soon, I want to know, what are your thoughts on Kamen Rider Ghost now that it's almost over?
It has taken a dip in quality, admittedly. The story has been kind of built. It's kind of been like Drive in reverse. It started out really good, but then started to. I chalk it up to Adele being not a good. I mean, he's just so boring.
Yeah.
This villain doesn't make me scared. This villain doesn't make me want to shit myself. This villain is just like. I mean, it's like he listened to one too many Dashboard Confessional songs, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take over the world. I got all my henchmen who look just like me and look like a bunch of androgynous Johnny Depps to do it for me."
Pretty much, like.
He's like the master from the Tennant era of Doctor Who. He's so out of. He's not what a villain's supposed to be. I mean, yeah, he's pretty much the Sims master of Kamen Rider. I don't like him.
Now, the new general in Georgia. Now that's a motherfucking heel.
Oh,
Bang Ray. Oh, I love Bang.
Bang Ray was
More of
freaking.
him, please.
Bang
Yes.
Ray is the definition of a heel.
He's the guy you love to hate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But Adele is the big bad, and Adele.
He's pretty much, you know, he's pretty much a moody teenager who wants to destroy everything just for the sake of destroying everything. There's no motive behind it.
Yeah.
He says there's perfection in everything. What perfection?
Yeah.
He's just using his father's vision to cause mass destruction. That's not a plan.
No.
It's ridiculous. You know, at least the Roid Mude, you know, had a goal. They wanted to reach their final form, their final evolution, and, you know, well, for lack of a better term, become a real boy.
Yeah, they wanted to surpass humanity because they felt they could be better than humanity. You know, they had a goal. They had a logical goal. That's why you connected with them so much. Honestly, the problem with Ghost is is similar but yet not as harshly as what Ninja had. And what I mean by that is that the heroes have very little it's interesting about them. They have a couple of things, which is why they're better than Ninja. You know, there is some connection that we can have with the heroes. It's just not enough. And the villains don't make up for that at all. They don't.
especially Arya or Alia, whatever you want to call her. You just lock her away, and suddenly she's a pink Necron, and she's gone. And then, wait, she's actually alive.
Yeah.
It's like they couldn't figure out what to do with her, so they just wrote her back into the story. Like, I just feel like I got slapped by this shit.
Seriously.
What the
Anyway.
hell was that?
Anyway, let's move on from there. Question number 2. What are your opinions on these Red Senshi exclusive super modes in Super Sentai? I mean, I know Power Rangers has done it for longer, but it's starting to make the series look like Red Ranger and Pals. Seriously, the new one gets 2 exclusive modes. What the fies, you Eagle? Stop being a Daigo! Now, admittedly, we haven't...
To be fair, Daigo was Daigo.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. This guy's Yo Eagle, he's earning his fucking banalizers, all right? He's earning those extra forms. He's earning those Red Ranger stripes. So
Yeah. I think it
I'm
really
okay
comes...
with that.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to, does the story allow for it? The problem we had with Daigo is it seemed he kind of got that out of nowhere, and he just, he's just the Red Ranger, so he gets it. And even then, they found a way to compensate for that by giving the other Rangers a power that they have to use together. So then it wasn't as bad. Here, Yamato has been earning his power with great Red Leader moments, helping the team, and at the same time, he has his moments of character. So, I don't see it as big a deal. I think it just depends. If the story is written well, I can forgive a lot.
That, and I could argue some of those upgrade forms that are red only, even in Ninja, because let's be fair here, as much as we hated Leftovers, aka Takaharu, he shared the Chozetsu with other members. You know, not the girls, because, Toei, sex, blah, 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 but he did share it with the others. I believe even the Sixth Ranger got a turn with it. So, you know what? Fair's fair. Tokyuger, same way. They all shared Hyperform at least once. So, it was not exclusive to the Red. It may look that way sometimes, but I wouldn't really say that they were all Red exclusive. Now, Yamato, yes, that is exclusive to him. I do think the others should get other forms. Well, for one thing, it would drive up toy sales. You'd have a lot more customization and whatnot. But yeah, I think Red is getting a little much. But I think what evens it out is, as we said, Yamato is a decent Red. He's not all a hyper shown, mine, this is so awesome. He's hyped up on Prozac and sugar. He's more chill. He's more level-headed. And I think that's what evens it out.
Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. So that's it for Silver Maximus. Now, before we move on, D. Harold, we need to talk.
He gets a Dave.
Yep. Sorry, D. Harold. Two reasons. One, you gave us a super long email. Secondly, the bulk of your email is not even related to Power Rangers. It's about Kamen Rider. This is a Power Rangers podcast. We don't mind a couple of comments or a couple of notes, but good God, man, your frickin' rant. I'm sorry, dude. Dave! Also, Matty?
Save your Kamen Rider questions for Toku Riffs.
Yes. Well, no, he has a full-on rant that he did.
He has.
It's all about Kamen Rider, about how things have been in Kamen Rider lately. So you know what?
I'm going to
No, you know what?
I will What?
Skip it.
What?
Don't even give it. No. He gets no love.
Sum it up.
You can read the
That's
first
some
few
good
parts, but
jokes.
skip that rant.
Well, I'm going to skip the rant, of course. I'm just going to summarize most of the paragraphs and get to his jokes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, let's see. His feelings are very confused and whatever. I'm happy that there is a limit on how memes are angry. I generally cannot decide how I feel, so I'd say thank you and curse you, RVT, at the same time.
Hey. If we didn't have as many people sending in Toku memes as we did, I probably wouldn't have that limit. But when we have at least half of our regulars sitting in stuff, having 20 memes in a week in one episode was insane. Okay, so I kind of had to put a rein in on that.
And he is he's sending his thoughts to Red One of Bioman fame, Ryosuke Sakamoto. Get well soon, sir.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Ryosuke Sakamoto was recently diagnosed with esophageal cancer. And is going to have surgery in September.
God, I get the feeling it's the same thing Bobby Heenan and Roger Ebert has. No, it's throat cancer. That's throat cancer.
Yeah, throat cancer. Esophageal cancer is slightly different. But yeah, Senator Report, hashtag #GoRed1.
Yes. And now for Power Ranger Talks, I wrote down some jokes for my favorite rating. And of course, my rating. When Kendall can whoop your ass, you should probably be looking into careers, other careers than thug. Even I can tell the difference between worms and noodles. And even I haven't fished in at least 8 years. It's been longer for me. My God. One is food is common to a lot of parts of the world, while the other is our alien insect themed doppelgangers who go fast. I know that joke was bad, but still semi-funny. He says, "Isn't that Earth word gem?"
No, he was actually making a Kabuto reference.
Yes.
No, that's me right there. Sorry.
Also, speaking of spaghetti and worms, anyone watch that Mystery Science Theater episode, Squirm, about the killer worms? Matty gets it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Just wanted to inject that. Moving on.
Yeah. Scene shows Red gets flung into shallow water. Monster fail. Holy Furbus Keeper doing something relevant and directly helping the Rangers. The Titano cockpit is amazing. Yeah, it looks like so new and fresh while being nostalgic. I compared this episode to Granite. It's solid, does a good job, but it could be better due to how chunky it was in small parts. 5.5 out of 10 water boots. What is up with
Whoa!
Wow!
Ouch! What episode were you watching?
Yeah, apparently we got a bit disagreement here. Anyway.
Next up, Red Rob.
Hey again, recapper. Sad that you skipped my first question last time, and I guess that you guys are struggling for the second question. Here's a better one after reading my pros and cons of Gone Fishing. Alright, pros. Coda catching trouts. Silver Ranger, first appearance. Team Morph. Keeper's attacks and awakening of the Titanozord. Titanozord and Megazord. Heckle versus Singe conversation followed by Fury's pleasure to destroy Singe. Singe's ship looks like the sphere of the mission space ride in Epcot. Yep, we were the only ones who caught that.
Hey!
Brotherly message. Coda Eastworms. Ha ha ha! That's our Coda!
By the way, from a guy who calls himself Red Rob likes Disney, if he didn't catch that, I'd be disappointed.
your Disney card has been saved there, my friend.
Your geekdom is proven.
Yeah. Anyway, cons. Message block. Ugh. Brotherly rivalry. Matt finds the Titanozord too convenient. Dino Victory X Charger without the silver energem. Seriously! And as we brought up earlier...
Go ahead.
Okay. And finally, Tyler's dad leaving again. He just got there! Anyway,
yeah, to be fair on the Titanozord, to be fair, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I'm not arguing that one.
You could argue that they just made the Titano Charger, but again, a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. Well, they've already proven they can make the Dino Chargers without having your Energem, so that one I can forgive. Anyway, the question he's got for us: what was your first Power Rangers toy?
I could totally answer that. It was the Mighty Morphin Automorpher, like the flip heads.
Mine too.
That was mine.
I had Jason and Tommy, red and green.
Actually, that and a Power Rangers watch that was shaped like a Power Morpher.
You know, actually thinking about it, I think mine was also an Automorpher because I think I had a Tommy Automorpher.
Tommy and Jason.
Yeah.
Yep. I had both of them, and Tommy's shield could come off, and I could put it on my red. I remember that. Yeah, the shield could come off. That was pretty.
You could put it on everybody too. That's the cool part. They made it for everybody.
If also, I had a Zach, I would have put it on him too because remember the one time Black Ranger had the had the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's going to do it for Red Rob. Matty, you've got Supernova.
Supernova. Hey guys, Supernova here. And it would seriously go from one repeat to another. First Stranger Ranger and Trouble with a Slice Hybrid. And now we get the only second Zord fishing episode in Neo Saban, but third Zord rescue episode in Dino Charge. Anyway, questions. First, why do most shows like Pokemon and Power Rangers, even Rider with Kamen Rider Ghost, do not have a soundtrack?
Wait, Ghost didn't release a soundtrack? That actually is unusual.
That's a first, because I know for a fact that Kamen Rider and Super Sentai have soundtrack. In fact, I use a lot of the background music on my show is from Kamen Rider sound.
Yeah.
O's and Deno.
Also,
but yeah.
And also to counteract your point, while Power Rangers these days don't have full soundtracks, I know Mighty Morphin did, and the original Pokemon seasons did.
Yeah.
Because there was the To Be a Master album. And I know there was a Power Rangers soundtrack album that was actually released as a story soundtrack, meaning they had like dialogue and stuff going on with it. I know this because I used to own it.
Pokemon Master. Now it's stuck in my head. And now it's stuck in your head too. You're welcome.
And let's see. Yep, there is a Kamen Rider Ghost soundtrack. I'm looking at it right now at CD Japan.
Yep, and Zoltrax agreed with you. He said he's actually... And you're pointing at me. I don't know. I figured as much. But yeah, actually, Sage Ghost is releasing soundtrack. It's just taking forever to release.
Yeah.
Keep releasing them. I'll always have background music for my show. Ha!
Hey. Second, what is the smartest villain plan you've ever seen in Sentai or Rider?
Ooh.
That is tough.
I'd have to abstain from that one.
Ooh, there's some good ones. There are some good ones. I think the one that crushed the power coins. You know, I turn back time so the Rangers turn into kids. They can't morph.
Yeah.
And when they actually get to actually getting to turn everything back and turning the Rangers back into adult forms, Goldart shows up and cock blocks them, takes the coins.
Yeah, that one actually was pretty
Just
good.
in the wind. Season 3, folks. One of my favorite seasons for a lot of reasons. That's one of them. From worst to least worst, how would you scale Ishinomori hero revamps like in Nazmon and Kikaider or Kikaider? Kikaider?
Kikaider.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to be honest. It's not because I hate Forze, but I was not a fan of the way Inazumon was handled in, I want to say, Megamax or Ultimatum or whatever.
I think it was the same one as the other one that.
Let's not even go.
Yeah.
But it was Ultimatum. I don't know what it was. I just didn't like the way Inazumon was at.
Yeah.
I did like them in O's Deno, Let's Go Kamen Riders, although I thought it was a little silly that they just got one villain running away. The owner said, it's like, Kamen Rider isn't the only superhero out there. And how do you know that? Then again, he's owner. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It would have been more interesting to see them gone more.
For the sake of time, I'm abstaining.
Same here.
And I've never seen that new Kikaider movie. We just saw the Gaim crossover, and that's not much to.
I believe. Wait, I have to insert a song now. Great.
No,
we're not.
we didn't get a song
We're
for
not.
that. But yeah, I think this is my point because this is my.
This is your territory, I think.
And now it's time for another Might Be a Bad Toku. If your show has multiple endings and at best they're decent, you might be a bad Toku. If your show about ninjas and try to do every sort of genre and get them all wrong, including the main one, you might be a bad Toku. Scary enough, he's got...
You do Foxworthy too good.
Well, I've watched a lot of him. And he's got a new one out, too. Him and Larry the Cable Guy got a new one out.
I saw that. It's on Netflix.
It's
up there.
Also, we don't really need to go much into that last part. It's mainly talking about his fanfics that he's been doing.
Yeah. That's it for Supernova. I'm about to hit a button, so
Yep.
Let's take it over. DL Bot is next, if you haven't caught.
DL Bot is up. Oh, actually up last because we have to call out somebody late in a minute.
Yep.
Well,
Someone missed the deadline.
yep. Well, we're back again with Dino Charge, and this episode was pretty good. It was essential to the overall show. It was very enjoyable to watch. Also, call me crazy, but I think that Riley's brother knows that he's a Power Ranger. Why? Because he said to Riley, if it wasn't for you, I'd be trapped down there. He didn't say Rangers or Riley getting Rangers help. It's a theory, but it's only a Ranger theory. Thanks for listening. I give this episode 8 out of 10. Now then, yesterday a certain fan film was released, Power Rangers Great Defense. I liked it. The acting and characters were alright, and the villain was pretty cool, like a fusion of Enter and Escape. I love how energetic the Yellow Ranger is, and she's easily my favorite character out of the 3 Rangers. 8 out of 10 from me, and I recommend it for any Go Busters fans. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's now riddle time! And the category for this week is Kamen Rider. Let's begin. I am a home... Oh.
Nope.
Okay. I am a home/base to the main hero. I am essential to the battle against evil, and I can travel through time. Who am I? And I just looked at the answer. I was actually, I actually figured this one out, so I would not be surprised if you guys do. Nope. Nope.
Come on, guys. Denliner. That's too easy.
That's too easy.
I would have nailed that already.
Neptune! Neptune gets it!
Neptune.
Castle
Close
Duran.
enough.
Castellan!
Neptune. Yeah, DL Bot, Neptune gets it.
Yep.
Partial credit. Actually, it's Troy McClure. Say, how many Pepsis do you have? Pepsi. Partial credit.
We're off by one show, guys.
Yeah. Number 2. I am the leader of a gang of monsters. I am made of goals and ambitions, but I was only seen once. Who am I?
Okay. I'm not, yeah.
This one's getting a little tricky.
Yeah.
Zeltrax, remember the movie.
Wataru did travel through time in Kiva. He tried to abort himself, for fuck's sakes. No, I'm not joking. After his girlfriend died, he went back in time to abort himself. I'm not making this up.
I've heard of committing suicide, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no kidding.
That show is awesome, yet totally fucked up at the same time. I'm definitely gonna...
No good answers yet. Oh, wait. Crunchman, I think you got it. Yeah. You know what? I think Crunchman, Kamen Rider Gao.
Yeah. Even DL Bot's giving it to him.
Yep, DL Bot's confirming it. Kamen Rider Gao from the Den-O movie.
Yeah.
Ha! You guys made the Den-O. You tried to guess Den-O last time. You missed one. You missed by one question.
Well, someone tried. They tried to go Den-O with him. Like Ben Martin tried to go Nega Den-O, but he was just missed it by that much.
Kamen Rider Gao, aka Koga from Garo's daddy.
All right. Let's see here. Number 3. I am not usually helpful in the battle against evil, but I am always supportive, and I never let anything stop me from doing what's right. Who am I?
Ooh.
Oh, this ought to be good. Let me read that again. I am not usually helpful in the battle against evil, but I am always supportive, and I never let anything stop me from doing what's right. Who am I? Not in this case, Neptune.
Sorry, Mike.
Nope. DL Butt, I think you might have got him this time. Let's see. I think you might have stumped him.
We got a stumper.
Yeah.
We got a stumper.
Nope. Not quite, Autogar. Evan Hunter, talk to DL Bot directly. He handles all the riddles, period. So send it to him, and he might be able to use it.
Totem.
All right, I'm calling it.
Time it.
Call it.
The correct answer, Mari from Kamen Rider Fies. You're welcome, Easy.
The female Kamen Rider that never. Not for lack of trying.
Yep. All right, so that does it for the riddles, but we got one last
female
thing
rider. Who wants that?
Yeah.
Now while Eno is still able to write a show.
Well,
But
that's
she,
it.
But she had the belt. No. But she
No.
was going to transform. No.
Well, that's it for the regular riddles, but time to switch gears, folks. Cue the music. Keyword time. All right, now remember, this is wild card, anything goes. Keyword though. Brother. Mastermind. Mask. Ooh. Again, keywords. Brother. Mastermind. Mask. Now remember, it could be anything. Not just Kamen Rider, it could be anything. So think wide.
Sentai, Power Rangers, Ultraman, miscellaneous.
Nope. Nothing yet.
Again, brother, mastermind, mask.
Nope. Still not seeing it. We're gonna go until the music stops. And that's right about now. This person decided to take the name of the evil ninja of the past. Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is Lothar! You guys weren't even close.
Bum, 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 bum. Wow.
And on a Power Rangers podcast, no.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
We were gonna say sealed away by Colonel Truman in a kimono, but that would have been a little.
That might have given it away.
I will now seal you I will now seal you away in a place where your evil will do no harm.
Car does bring up a good point. Can you really call Lothar a mastermind?
That's true.
Hey. He did turn the Ninja Rangers against each other. That's a mastermind in my book.
Yeah, fair enough.
True.
There's moments.
And to be fair, he is a mastermind in his own brain. To be fair, his brain is about this. Most of the time had the consistency of tapioca pudding, but still.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
To Easy's point.
Oh,
Anyway.
and DL-Bot missed it. He missed the keyword. DL-Bot missed it. His internet stopped on him.
Man, there's been a lot of that going.
I know, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Autogar.
Yeah, see, we technically have one more email left, but one problem with that.
Note the time it was sent, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
cutoff time is showtime. You have to have your email in before 9 o'clock. Otherwise, you get Dave and Skip. So, Autogar, I'm sorry, dude. Dave!
Try again next week. You can't show up the night of the concert and expect to, cut to the front row. You got to wait in line like everyone else.
Try again next time. Soundtrack, we got it.
Questions? We got it. Also, as far as those questions, yeah, we wouldn't answer them either.
Do I want to know?
Nothing too bad. It's just, yeah.
You don't have to.
Now, Easy, you said you didn't have any comments today, right?
No, but I did only post the recap here today, and even if there were any comments, I don't think we would be able to accept them because of the past show.
Yeah. So, Matty, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. But by the way, and you're a busy writer, and we're not going to blame you. I mean, hell, I'm a busy Matty Jay. Those are your emails and comments. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com or on the bottom of the page of the current episode of Tokutai at tokutai.ma. And that's where Easy posts his stuff. And the Die Ranger review is awesome. It's available publicly. Part 1 and 2 available. So, again, and of course, for the rules, here's the shades. Autogar, listen up.
Yep. Rule number 1, opinions only. No news or full... God damn it!
I cut out again?
It's not accepting my button input is what it's doing. Anyway, opinions only. No news or full...
We're having a lot of trouble with Discord.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, opinions only, no news or full summaries, Toku questions only, no more than 2 to 3 questions per comment, no versus questions, 1 email per episode, and please, for the love of God, keep your comments as brief as possible, or else you will be Dave. Anyway, that is going to do it for us here tonight on Ranger Recap. Let's talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night, RVT Game Night, PS3 Game Night with Matty Jay and Mike Shell playing more Injustice Gods Among Us. So be ready for some bloody action. Check that out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. over on Matty Jay's channel. Then on Saturday, S&N Gaming with Tony Hubbs and the gang playing more Borderlands Online. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So make sure you guys check that out. Then on Sunday, Toku is live. Join the 3 of us along with Spade Ace as we take a look at classic and new Kamen Rider, Sentai, and Ultraman. You know it's going to be fun. Join us regular schedule Sunday at 7 over on our Ustream channel. Now, normally, Monday would be MetroCon Live. However, there's been a slight change of plans. At the request of the cast and staff of this next week's show, we're going to be moving that to a later date, and I'll be describing the show here in just a little bit. So Monday's going to be a free day, unfortunately. But that just means you'll have some time to relax as we prep up for the rest of the week. Then on Tuesday, Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness as they always do. So make sure you guys check that out Tuesday at 8 p.m. over on TWK's channel. Now, because of our change in schedule, big announcement, Ranger Recap is going to be on Wednesday next week, not Thursday. Ranger Recap will be Wednesday at 9 because we're making room for the MetroCon event. It's the only day that they had available, so we're going to be moving a few things around. But we will have Ranger Recap next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, over here on this channel. So make sure you guys check that out. And the reason being is because next Thursday is going to be MetroCon Live. And prepare to head to the wastelands because next Thursday, it's the Borderlands Assault on Metro Stunt Show. Check out your favorite Borderlands characters doing some wild and crazy stunts, courtesy of Shinobi Schools. So check that out next Thursday at 9, right here on on this very channel. I think you guys will enjoy that. Trust me, if you're a Borderlands fan, or even if you're not, you're going to like it. There's a lot of awesome performances on that one, so you definitely check that one out. However, the move is a one-time thing, Neptune. That is, they're just doing it for this week because it's the only Thursday was the only day this Borderlands cast had available to join us for the stream. So it's a one-time thing. Don't worry.
Send your emails Wednesday and expect us to read them Thursday. Get them in before Wednesday.
Get them in before Wednesday to be safe. Yeah, definitely. So, but that's gonna do it for us here tonight. Easy. I assume you got some fishing jokes tonight.
Oh, indeedy, I do.
Take us home, brother.
All right. Well, we're just about to head home here. I'm about to get some much-needed rest because, woohoo, I have the night off. Rest. And maybe get some editing. But anyway, that's going to do it for us here on the recap. I'm Easy Rider reminding you that if at first you don't succeed, destroy all the evidence that you tried. Did you guys hear the one about the guy who calls his boss up and says, I can't come to work in today? The boss asks why he can't come into work, and the guy says, it's my eyes. The boss asks, okay, what's wrong with your eyes? And he says, I just can't see myself coming to work, so I'm going fishing instead.
Oh!
You guys hear what mother and daughter said to each other about fishing?
No, what'd they say?
Anyone? Okay. Where'd it go? Okay. The mother said to her daughter, cook a man a fish and you can feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you can get rid of him for the whole weekend. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll sit on a boat and drink beer all day.
Pretty much.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. You guys know what the difference is between a catfish and a lawyer?
What?
One is a bottom-dwelling, scum-sucking scavenger, and the other one is a fish.
Oh.
What did one hillbilly say to the other hillbilly after fishing?
I don't know what.
What?
I got a new fly rod and a reel for my wife. Best trade I ever made.
No!
I think that's enough. Anyway, I'm Easy Rider reminding you that the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recappers. We will see you next Wednesday, not Thursday. Want to hammer that in. And as always, don't forget to dino supercharge. And as always, may the power protect you. We'll see you.
Oh, geez, it's kind of cloudy on the lake today.
Oh, yeah, but the crappies are really biting.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get no better eating than crappies.
Oh,
let me
yeah,
tell
I
ya.
caught some walleyes the other day. That's like eating candy.
Oh, cripes, you know, I'd like to catch me a big northern.
The fishing sketch, ladies and gentlemen, the fishing sketch. Thank you.